Now, if any of you guys that watch us and you're not 100% sure that Jayson is actually an energetic healer, he also does have another YouTube channel called Jayson Infinite Magic.
Phoenix Awakened podcasts of Alison and Jayson.
We'll put the link in the description below, but in his healings, Jayson actually uses a clearing spray that he has been creating for a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, a long time. I'm going to hand it over to Jayson so he can explain what his clearing sprays are, how he came about it, and what they do.
Because I started going through to do this podcast and I thought, geez, how long has it been? I started creating these in roughly 2011.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they didn't go on, I didn't sell them to people until about, I've got it written down here, 2013. They took 2 years to make, and I only made the clearing spray.
Oh, okay, hold on. So they took 2 years to make. Okay.
From getting the right bottles to designing the labels to working out how to make it from an energetic point of view and the physical point of view.
Yep.
The amount of drama, because this is just the clearing spray, the Infinite Magic clearing spray. That was the very first one. So it's going on for about 13 years approximately. Because I had no idea how to do this.
No, of course. Yeah, of course.
I had no idea. I was an energy healer.
Yeah.
Worked in a couple of shops as energy healer.
Good question. Were you already doing Chiron healing?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I was doing Chiron healing, and I think the Chiron healing you could buy a clearing spray. So pricey, I just couldn't believe it, but it was really good.
Yeah.
Because they made essences and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I used it a couple of times, but and I want to get some, but I couldn't afford the money back then. I was a student.
How much was it?
Oh, it would have been $30 back then.
Oh, okay. But as a student, when you
spending thousands of dollars and everything
on
else
the courses and stuff like that. Yeah.
So I didn't think much of it. And there was another clearing spray around made here in Australia with flower essences as well. And that was really big.
Okay.
That was really big. And I got a bottle of that, and that was pretty good. And then at this stage, I was with somebody else besides you. I don't know what happened, because this bit is a little bit blank. For 3 days straight, I didn't sleep. I got a whole 3 days download on how to make this clearing spray. So I'm laying in bed, and I'm just laying there all night for 3 days. And I had, believe this or not, and depending on what everybody's thoughts are about this, back then my perception was I had 3 ascended masters, one by one, come and download information how to make this clearing spray. The only one I can remember really vividly, which I did a lot of work with the clearing spray, was Kuan Yin.
Okay. Do you remember what she represents?
Unconditional love.
Okay.
And a lot of Reiki people.
Okay.
Anybody that does Reiki would know Kuan Yin.
Oh, okay. I kind of have a gist of her, but I didn't know what she actually...
Yeah, I did a lot of work with her as well, because I did also a little bit of Reiki, and I did a lot of stuff to be a healer. So for 3 days, non-stop, I just had, Ascendant Masters, all this high energy coming, just flooding into me. On the 3rd day, I went, right, I know how to do it now. I know everything about how to make a clearing spray. It's like I'm just getting in the Matrix, where they just hook you up to... I want to learn how to fly a helicopter.
I want to know how to do Kung Fu.
Yeah.
50 seconds later.
Pretty much like that. I said to my partner at the time, I said, I'm going to make a clearing spray. She's like, don't be stupid. I said, I don't care. I'm going to need some help, but I don't care if you don't want to do it, because I just need to do it. So after probably 6 months, she could see dollar signs. She's like, yep, I'm on board. We're going to make clearing sprays. So I had to find the business name. So the business name, the very beginning of these sprays, the business name was Celestial Essence. So to apply for that and do all that name. And
what made you think of Celestial Essence?
She did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it was essence from the angels. It was angelic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then we found one of our friends that was a graphic designer to help us create the label for the clearing spray. And there were only 100 ml bottles. And there was, just to create that was just mind-boggling, took forever. I didn't know about the oils. So she knew a lot about oils and how oils went into for the smell and what they represented. She had a book. So she was able to do the practical physical component of putting the essence together. So there's, you know, there's lavender, sandalwood, and a few other practical oils. And we used brandy as to stop it from going off. But I didn't want the brandy smell. So then I had to step into the energetic aspect of it, where I would have these large glass canisters full of this purified water, and I had to transmute that and also transmute the alcohol, so it was still going to keep everything from going off but not have the alcoholic smell.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, how am I going to do that?
So how did you do it?
Well,
Can I ask?
over the years, I've done a lot of work with personal alchemy, energetic alchemy, and I did a lot of work with Merlin.
Yeah.
So I had Merlin come to mind, and I did a big airbrush painting of Merlin.
Yep.
And I have the intention of transmuting the alcohol to what I wanted.
Yeah.
And put it in front of the painting and ask for the Merlin energy to transmute the smell and to bring it to a higher frequency, because it wasn't about the alcohol per se, it was about preserving the essence.
Yeah.
So I did that. And then I had to start with the energetic into the water and the oils and everything. I had to energetically purify them and clear them with my energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I also had to then download intent and energy to make it the clearing spray. So I because I did a lot of work with Germain back in the day, so I used a lot of violet flame and purple flame work, and then I had to then use a lot of crystals, which I had to go into them, clear them, and talk to the diva of all the crystals to ask them for their help. It's like, this is what I want to do, guys. Can you please help me with just being you and just sharing your awesome essence into the clearing spray essences? It was such a massive process. I had no idea.
And that's why it took you so long, because you were doing all the back work for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it started with the 3-day thing.
Yeah.
So after we got all that together, it was, roughly 2 years. And then I said to the other person, I said, we're ready to, because we made, 100 sprays for the start. And we'll just start to give them out for free. Can you try this? Let us know how to do that. They started going off tap. And we were pretty much one of the only clearing spray people out there, because it wasn't a big niche back then. Now everybody and their dog is
everyone's doing it.
And we're only selling for $10.
Oh, wow.
$10.
Wow.
Because my intention was to help clear people and
Yeah.
spaces, stuff like that. I wasn't really in it for the money. It wasn't really about the money. So I think out of the years I did with that label, I think I probably made enough just to cover to buy everything to make, because the essential oils. The essential oils were expensive. The alcohol, the brandy was expensive. The bottles and all that weren't too bad, but the whole component of it was a lot. It was a lot of money just to make 100. So because they were so cheap and they work so well, people just started to buy them. So I'm thinking, wow, okay, that's really, really cool. Then I was also I had to make more. So the second one I made was the healing spray. The angel that came through for that, well, I think it was Raphael. So I did a lot of work with Raphael, the angelic angel. The colour was green.
Yeah.
So I had to do a lot of healing work with getting that up and running. So I was able to use that as actually an essence to help with the healing of the auric field, even down to cuts and bruises on a level.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It was a really awesome healing spray.
Yeah.
So that was magnificent, that. I used that all the time. It wasn't a massive seller. The clearing spray was probably the biggest. And then I had to then create a love and romance spray. And I had to call in and work with Jesus and Mary Magdalene, because they represented the alchemical Christ energy. So that was a really big thing for me, because I had to step into a whole new level of self-love, because that was all about helping people with their relationships. It was helping them with their communication, their intimacy. So if couples had intimacy problems, it was going to create a space of a really beautiful intimate space. That caused a lot of issues with people.
In what way?
Because a lot of people, it triggered a lot of people who had troubles within their relationships lose their marbles.
So here you are making a love and romance spray to try and help them, and in a way it's kind of having the opposite effect but helping them at the same time.
Because it's something that everybody wants, to have a beautiful partner, to have the intimacy, that communication. It's the perfect
Yeah. No.
relationship.
Yeah, it just sounds strange that you made a spray to help people with their relationships and it's causing issues in the relationship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't sell a lot of them. Sold a few.
Yeah,
But not like hundreds. So that was really interesting, and I used that a lot because we use pure rose oil, so it was like $100 for like 5 ml. We used the best ingredients that you could buy.
Yeah.
So you could just imagine
The price.
I mean, when we make them now,
Yeah.
the money that we spend on the oils to make
Yeah,
the essences now.
yeah, because oils are their pure form.
They're beautiful.
Pure oil form of the energy that we're using.
Organic
Yeah,
oils.
yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful oils. Because that's a really key component
Yeah.
of the essences, is the oils, not just... It's a beautiful orchestra to make these. Because you said to me, it's like when I'm making them, it's like I'm the Merlin magician, with alchemy and...
Yeah, he made it in this room actually before it became
The podcast
room. And it was really fascinating. I would walk into this room and I swear it was kind of like walking into a magic room. If you think Harry Potter wise, where they're doing all their magical things in a room, that's what it felt like in here when you were doing it.
Yeah, and I had to set up that way because I had to make sure the space is clear. I even had purple lighting in the room.
Yeah, you did
I had
too.
particular frequency of music.
Yeah.
Everything had to be at a really high frequency to a point where I don't think you felt like you could come in.
I can't remember. There probably was a couple of times where I wasn't allowed to, for whatever reason was going on in here, I just wasn't allowed to. But I do remember that was also when I was living in Bayswater. There was a particular time that I wasn't allowed to go into the candle room either. Yeah.
Okay.
The room was pure magic. That is all I could say when I came in here.
Yeah, it was a really awesome space. It had to be such a big high frequency space to be able to create these essences, because a lot of people, what I've seen, that people just throw water in, throw oils in and do a bit of this and do a bit of that. But when I guess my energetic training was everything had to be like, every component had to be at a really high frequency. That's why they work so well. There's so much integrity.
Yeah.
The person I was with and I moved our separate ways, and by then it was going off tap because I had a rep. Somebody that went around to all the shops around Melbourne, a little bit around Victoria, crystal new age shops, and not a lot of them around as what they were.
Not now, no.
Because this is going back many, many, many years, and I just couldn't create them. I was going through a relationship breakdown, trying to find somewhere to live. It's too much. She goes, they're going off tap bigger than ever before, because it took her like 12 months to be able to get them on another level to be, for people to be interested in buying them, because they're still relatively new. I lost the opportunity to go like to the next level, because I really wanted everybody to have these clearing sprays to help clear their space, their office, their car, themselves, like everything, just to lift the frequency. That was my main goal. So I missed out on that, but that's okay. That played out the way it needed to play out, which led me to a couple of years ago, when I created the new labels.
No, that was when I was in Bayswater.
Oh, in Bayswater, that's right.
I lived in Bayswater probably about five years ago. Yeah, so when I moved to Bayswater, that's when you started making a new batch of sprays. So, and it took you probably about a year or a couple of years before you could actually, I think it was about a year from when you separated from your previous partner to when you were able to make them again.
So it took me 12 months.
You just had a moment where you just needed to take time out.
Yeah, there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Including energetically as well. I was getting pummeled.
Yeah, exactly. But you started making them again. But this time it was so much better.
Yeah, because it was was my label.
Yeah.
It was Infinite Magic label.
Yeah.
Still have the wings and the Merkaba, but I introduced the Violet Flame, and it was a whole different frequency. It felt heaps better because it was just me making it now. Because before, with the old one, the Celestial Essence, there was a lot of Reiki symbols that went in. She did all the Reiki symbols. She did sacred geometry, Reiki symbols. And to me, it didn't feel 100% right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this time, all symbols gone, because we don't really do symbols. And it was just all my energy and just the high aspect of me making it bigger and better and more powerful. Because the sprays now just crap over.
Oh, the spray is just freaking amazing.
Alison goes through
so many
sprays.
If I could drink that spray, I would drink it. That's how amazing the spray is.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's I looked at one of the bottles and it's the seventh generation.
Wow.
Of the clearing spray.
Wow.
So it's gone through a lot of levels. Oh, interesting. Gone to 7.
That's our relationship, baby.
Yeah.
Year 7.
It's very interesting, isn't it?
Hey, baby.
I'm not really in shops anymore.
No.
I just sell them online and sell them to people.
Because when you made them the second time around after you had a break, about 12 months break, you got me to help you, because I said to you I could actually probably help do the labels, because you decided you wanted to redesign the whole packaging pretty much from the original one with the new name, the new label. And what we did back then 5 years ago was actually, we still use majority of that label because it's just an amazing
so
label.
We kept the wings and the Merkaba.
Well, we actually kept the fire.
Yeah, the violet flame.
The violet flame. Yeah. And then we just got the logo updated pretty much.
Full colour.
Yeah. And that's pretty much all we've done with the sprays, because it's still an amazing label. Better than what originally.
Yeah. I've always wanted to create the Midas touch.
Oh, yeah.
For like 10 years. Because I've got to create the Midas touch. It was all about help with manifestation, with wealth and abundance. Whatever you want, it was there to support the Midas.
Manifestation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I got it from the story of Midas.
Yeah.
But I was told back when I wanted to first start it, you're going to have to go through a financial collapse and understand abundance and wealth and money before I could make it. Yeah, I know what you're going to say, but let me stick to this story.
Okay.
So I went through all that.
Yeah.
Like quite a few times.
Yeah.
So then, what was it? 12 months ago? 2 years ago when I started making Midas?
Probably 2 years ago, actually.
So now I finally created the Midas Touch spray. I love that spray. Amazing spray. Very powerful spray. And it does have little programs in it because it comes to help with the manifestation. You need to be working with a high integrity of your heart, none of this low frequency stuff. So there's a shutdown program if you're using it for, say, negative agendas, for example.
Yeah.
So anybody that ends up buying it and it doesn't work, it will all depend on your integrity.
Yeah.
Not to say that you can't manifest abundance and wealth and relationships and all sort of stuff, because it's there to do that, but it has to be at a fairly good frequency.
Yeah.
So I love that spray. And these come in 100ml bottles and 200ml bottle. I'm really starting to push people to buy the 200ml bottle.
The 200ml bottle is better value.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, heaps better value. The little one probably is good for the car or your office, but even then...
It's good to put in your, like for females like me, it's good to put in your bag or something along those lines and give yourself a quick spray. The only thing with the 100ml bottle is that you use it really quickly.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But then I decided I was sort of feeling I need to make the uplifting spray.
Yeah.
So that's another spray that I made, just 100ml though.
Yeah.
So that was to help uplift the frequency. And I use that in healings to help support people lift the frequency to a higher frequency. And that is magnificent as well.
Yeah.
And then I I made the next one, which was the White Lotus spray. And that one is based on the whole perception of the lotus, how it grows from the mud to the high, because it's all about moving through the low frequency to the higher frequency.
Yeah.
And it's just using the symbology of the lotus.
Yeah.
So that one hasn't really gone off because...
It's pretty hardcore.
If you're really down and you're really doing it tough, this one will support you to move through that a lot more easier.
Kind of like break through the layers. Yeah. I love that one, but I have found that it is it's a lot. Yeah, I'm just going to say it's a bit more hardcore, to be honest. Yeah.
So if you're in a hardcore situation, that spray will help support you to, I guess, help lift or support you to move through your hardship or whatever it is. Relationship stuff. And the oil for that, I had to get it from the States. So I now have all these other sprays, and then we came to make candles because Allison's started making candles like how many years ago now?
That was about probably 5-6 years ago as well when I was in Bayswater. Yeah.
So we made candles to match the sprays. Yeah. So what we'll do here, for example, all my healing work that I might have use the spray, so clearing spray, so then I'll have the clearing candle as well, or the uplifting candle, whatever it is that we need. And these candles are mind-blowing awesome because similar frequencies are being worked with the candles as well. Yeah.
So I also use the clearing candle, and again, amazing.
Yeah, the light frequency of it, the physical light is so bright and white. Yeah. It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, just amazing.
So through the journey of making these sprays, I had to be at the same level to be able to make them. So that was the bit that really I didn't quite understand. To make the clearing spray, I had to be at a level where I could clear and transmute my own stuff.
I see.
Pretty much, it's in a way me in these bottles. Yeah. So you can't sort of do that work unless you're at that level. Yeah. Because everything's frequency again, you know? So with the Midas, I had to work through all the financial stuff. Not to say that we're not still working through that, but I had to be at a high frequency to be able to match that. And then the uplifting, and then the Lotus as well. So I had to be at that frequency to be able to make that frequency. So a whole massive journey of all that over, 13 years. You can buy these on the website if you choose.
Just go to Jayson Infinite Magic. We'll put that in the description below as well. Everything is on the website.
Yeah, I don't have many clearing sprays left, so I'll have to go through the website and eventually make some more. So there's a few left.
But you may make some more.
Yeah, I'll make some more eventually, yeah. I guess that's pretty much the base story of how the sprays were.
Just to give you an idea, like I said before, check out Jayson's healing channel, Jayson Infinite Magic. I use these candles. I use these sprays. The clearing spray is the most popular out of all of them. They are amazing. They're not your average everyday clearing spray. They're like a clearing spray with a kick-ass force behind them. Yeah. Kind of thing.
Because of everything we've had to experience together with the low frequencies, entities and all that not good stuff. Yeah. It's really taught me to amp up the power of the sprays. Yeah. Because they really need to be... I thought it was hardcore when I was even 10 years ago healing. I thought that was crazy. This is a completely different ball game now.
So can I ask you, what is your interpretation of what a clearing spray needs to do? Obviously, like you said to me before, everyone's interpretation of clearing is different. Yeah. But I just wanted to get people to understand what your idea of clearing when you're doing a healing on a person.
Yeah, so if a person comes into the room to get a healing done, they're usually pretty much full. Their aura, their energetics, everything, their life is pretty much clogged up. And it's a bit like if the person comes in as the diamond and they just got all this stuff around the diamond. And it's my job in the sprays and everything in there to clear off the muck, clear off all the attachments and low frequencies so you can shine like the diamond that you are.
Yeah, okay.
And I said to you the other day about the clearing. For me, the clearing is when I'm on my pathway, my journey, my energy, and if I use sprays or whatever it is to clear out all the dross and everything that's in the way so I can leap forward with ease, grace and flow and not be roadblocked with situations and entities and all that sort of stuff, so I can just continue on my way without too much drama. Yeah. Because these forces love to create drama to keep us on a low frequency level, so we can't be the best that we can be. And these sprays are literally just there as a support or a tool. Because we still use smudge here, like physical white sage smudge. So I say to people, if you're doing a big clearing, smudge the whole house like there's no tomorrow, smoke it up bad, or good. And then do the next level of the clearing sprays.
Yeah.
And that you'll feel a massive difference.
Yeah.
Because the beauty of the clearing spray, for example, is it's not smoke.
No.
You can't go into your office and like, I'm just going to smoke up my office with white sage.
Or in your car, or, you know.
It's a little bit harder.
Yeah, it is a little bit hard, especially when you've got other people around. But when you've got a spray or even a candle.
Yeah.
The candles are actually really good as well if you're allowed to have a candle in the office or something along those lines. But the sprays are really good for travel use.
Yeah.
They're
non-smoke.
Exactly. They're non-smoke. They're great for traveling, although we have made travel candles as well. But yeah, the spray is probably the best travel buddy you could have.
And it's just easy just to whip it out and just spray, and you'd be surprised, it does help a lot.
Being a driver during the day, during the week and everything on my job, I also have the 100ml bottle, and every once in a while I might actually spray the cab. Inside the cab, you meet a lot of people. I meet a lot of people, and there's a lot of energy running around. And
a lot of people got stuff. And I might just want to spray the cab area just to have it a bit clearer for when I step in. And sometimes you come home and I'll spray you.
Yeah.
Yep, and vice versa. Like, you need a spray, Jayson. Yeah, I know.
Even Jayson being the healer, he still uses it on himself. I still use it. It's a great spray.
I totally recommend to get to 200ml.
Yeah.
Because that will last a lot longer.
Yeah. Unless you're like me and you end up drinking it. No, I didn't drink it.
No, don't drink it.
It does have brandy in it, but don't drink it.
I had people, when I first started making them, they would spray, if the kids were not doing well, they'd spray their kids and then the kids would just be fine.
Oh, okay.
I even had people use them on their pets.
Oh.
And they said that their pets loved the spray.
Oh, really?
And it made a difference to them. So the pet or the dog knew that the spray was... Because dogs are really good at picking up positive energy. They just know if something's good.
Yeah.
And they know something's not good.
Yeah.
So I had people say, yeah, I sprayed my dog, it wasn't doing well, and it was happy as Larry. So isn't it... That's cool. So I'm thinking, well, I'm on the right track here.
Yeah.
They are. Because a part of my mind was, this is just all fanciful. Like, it didn't compute for a while that they were actually real and they actually worked until I got feedback from heaps of people. The Ghostbusters started buying a lot of them as well. It's like, geez, what are you doing with all those? Well, just giving them to friends. So if you're interested, check it out.
Yeah, we'll have all the links in the description below. And is there anything else that you want to share with everyone?
But nothing that comes to mind.
Okay. Do you mind if we wrap it up then?
Let's wrap it up.
Thank you everyone for tuning in to our episode, and thank you for sharing our space here with you guys and listening to Jayson, how he created his clearing spray. We highly recommend that you give these clearing sprays a go. Yeah.
And the candles.
And the candles. Yeah. Absolutely everything.
It's a good teamwork.
And until next time, everyone.
You'll see us, you'll hear us next week.
See you later.
See you later. Ciao.
Bye.
Love and blessings, everyone.